Okay, this is my friend Michelle. Now, we've invited her to come by, all right, because she's what everybody wants to look at and look like, all right, for a lot of years. Today we're going to cover wrinkles. Now, remember we talked last time about having optimum energy for all of our lives, right? We also, our next segment will be how to be easily lean for life. Right, everybody wants to be lean. Nobody wants to have to pay the price. They don't have to. Right? Scientifically, it can be done. We have talked about how to eliminate colds. Right? How you can actually get rid of them between 2 and 24 hours. Right? Or up to 3 days for the flu, and that's all guaranteed. Alzheimer's. Right? Scientists have found out now how to reverse Alzheimer's disease. Right? Most exciting thing in the world, the same with AIDS, the Nobel Prize winner. He discovered HIV. Right? He let it be known within the last 2 or 3 months that now AIDS can be cured. We're just not getting the message out there about the science. Okay, let's talk about wrinkles. There are 4 things, right, that you can learn about wrinkles. Okay, 4 scientific things, and then that will determine how to avoid them, how to reverse them. Now, the first thing is the collagen matrix. Okay, remember this now. The whole body is held together by a glue called collagen. Right? The skin, iris, cornea of the eye, right? All of this, the tendons, the ligaments, right? Everything, and also the same thing that rebuilds that collagen matrix is the same thing that the body uses to destroy things like rhinoviruses, that's cold, cancer cells, as long as we keep the immune system up, and we do that with the same thing that you rebuild the collagen matrix with, right? Had a friend call me the other day, he cut himself. All right, the cut was, he said, 3/4 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch deep. He made a poultice out of this. There's the little drink that rebuilds that whole thing. Okay. Covered it up, went to bed at night. Next morning he got up, took the poultice. He said, I want to see what it looked like. Well, the skin was already knitted back together. Right? 4 days later, 5 days later, I think he said it was. Right? The scab was gone and there was no scar. That's how important this collagen matrix is.
And this will do that.
That's the simple little thing right there. Okay, now, next thing we want to talk about is enzymes. Now remember, there are about 2,000 different enzymes in the human body. When you run out of enzymes, right, the body dies within 72 hours. We don't have an infinite amount of enzymes. Right? Now by the time, and when we cook our food, it destroys the enzymes. The body has to use more of its little bank of enzymes. Right? It's called pancreas. Right? When we get to be about 23, 24 years old, the body has a fail-safe. I said, wait a minute. You spending these enzymes too fast. I ain't going to make it till I'm 40 at this rate. So it starts hoarding the enzymes. Now when it does this is about the time that really aging begins. The fastest aging time for the human body is between the ages of 25 and 37. Oh, no. Okay? Oh yes. So what happens if you can, think of your skin, all right, as a sheet. Okay. All right. Now this sheet is held up by a bunch of coils of yarn. Right? They're full of water. Right? That's why your face is so smooth right now. Okay? Those coils are full of water. Now, as you run out of enzymes, then they're not proteolytic enzymes to dissolve the bad proteins. The bad proteins then, in this particular instance, right, coat, all right, all of these little cells. And then the water can get to the little cells. And what happens is little cells start collapsing. It's called polymerization. All these little cells, and when they collapse in a line, it's called a wrinkle. Now scientists have discovered that they can give back young girls, right, these enzymes.
So you're going to cure wrinkles.
Okay, but I use with young people, all right, they're eliminated completely. With older, all right, they fade. Okay. So absolutely, yes. Okay. So this is, but we're going to do it from the inside. Now we'll put a bunch of glom and a bunch of goo on. Okay. So all we're going to do it from the inside. That's how important enzymes are. It's just saying enzymes that are the only thing that cleanse plaque on the inside of the artery walls. That's what causes high blood pressure, right? Leads to heart attacks, right? Same thing that cleanses the kidneys, right? It's all the same, these proteolytic enzymes. Now, third thing, we talked in our last session about correct essential oils and how these oils destroy cancer cells and how they make it impossible, right, for cells to become cancerous because they're oxygenators. Now also, they are so important with the skin because the skin is made up primarily. Now, of course, you've got all this stuff that holds it together and all, but its primary factor for health, right, is something called omega-6 fatty acids. Now, these omega-6 fatty acids, right, feed the skin from the inside, and it will create, right, healthy new hair. It will create healthy new skin. The skin will be soft, right? It will be supple, and it will be smooth. Another factor of smoothness, all right? These are the CEOs. These are the CEOs, all right? See how simple we are. We got those things. Take a teaspoonful of that, tablespoonful of that. The enzymes. Take a little enzyme each day.
Okay.
All right? Takes you, what, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Right, to do everything the body needs. Now let's get to the fourth part right here. All right, now this is telomeres. This comes from, this girl's name that got the Nobel Prize in 2009. I mean, this is really up to date. All right, for the discovery of telomeres. There were 3 of them. I can remember Catherine Blackburn. Now I feel good for doing that. But remember, the human body, we don't live for. It's not when our lifespan is not determined by a number of years. This is a genetic code. Right? This is the chromosome. Now, in each one, we have 100 trillion cells in the human body. Each one of them has got a chromosome in there about this long. Right? This is a double helix. Now that DNA code, right, on the end, right, it has telomeres. Now remember that the human body is replicating itself, it's healing itself all the time. And every time it makes a new cell, one of those 100 trillion cells makes a new cell, right, then that other one, right, is taken out of the body. Right, skin, it might be flaked off. You know that the CEOs extend the life of skin by 30%. Right? But here, right, every time it replicates, these little telomeres get a little bit shorter. By the time these little telomeres disappear, that's when death occurs. Now scientists have found out that they can take this, they can give the body things that create telomerase. And the telomerase will extend the length of these little telomeres, thus reversing aging, thus reversing the aging of the skin. So it can be reversed. Okay, all with these simple little things right here. Now, next thing we ask, this has got to be expensive. It is expensive. All right. The collagen, that's with the collagen matrix. All right. That runs retail about 57 bucks. The enzymes, this puppy's right here. All right. Retail is $64. You don't care about retail. Nobody pays retail. So what we've done, we want to put together a whole group of people, and what we've done is we said, okay, why don't we package them and let's get a whole group that's going to have pretty skin forever. Right? And we'll spin off of those. So these two right here, they're $39.95. And we'll throw in the CEOs for free.
So all of this for $39.95.
$39.95.
To keep me looking like this.
Keep you looking like this.
That's what I like to hear.
All right, you got it, baby. There's a button on the bottom of this, right under this on our website.
Okay.
Punch it and join us. We want you to be healthy forever.
Yes.